morning, all. Suburban Sentinel here, coming to you once again from very deep inside the Arabian Peninsula. And this is an update on a video I made a couple of years ago about left-handed shooters and left-handed guns. Just as a housekeeping matter, I will not be able to respond to any comments or PMs on this video or any other matter, at least in a timely fashion. I will be out in the field for the next couple of months, and this video has been pre-recorded and then scheduled for being uploaded automatically. So I will try to get to your comments as soon as I can. It would probably be somewhere around the middle of September. My thesis for that video and this video is that the firearms industry should do a better job of catering to those of us of the left-handed persuasion. Let's define some parameters. I'm not talking about lefty-friendly guns. I deem lefty-friendly guns as those that have maybe dual controls, such as safeties on both sides of the weapon and that sort of thing. Those are all well and good. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I want to discuss actual left-handed weapons, where the entire weapon, including the controls and the configuration of the weapon systems, are built specifically for left-handed people. So, for example, you'd have a semi-automatic pistol or carbine or rifle that ejects to the left-hand side of the weapon. In the alternative, I'm talking about fully ambidextrous weapons, and there's not many of them. When I mean fully or truly ambidextrous, those are guns that can be manipulated with either hand with equal ease. Now, there are many people, including a few of us southpaws, who say just suck it up. It's okay that guns are essentially built for right-handed people. Just overcome it and use the firearm as best as you can. And I kind of understand that argument because for many, many years, the left-handed population was completely overlooked. But in my opinion, left-handed people should have the choice of buying a weapon that suits them. Personally, I don't buy into the just suck it up theory. First of all, those of us who are left-handed, our money is just as good as anybody else's. More importantly, many of us in the firearms community use our weapons for self-defense. When it comes down to it, if I'm required to use one of my firearms to defend myself or my family, I want to have the best firearm for me that it's possible to have. Good enough just isn't good enough. Now, many of the folks who work in the firearms industry are sympathetic to the plight of southpaws. However, they say it's just not economically feasible to have left-handed versions of our firearms. And I totally understand that argument. I come from a manufacturing background, and I know that it costs more to have different designs for different types of people, costs more to do the engineering, costs more to support in time, resources, and parts, and I totally get that. But there is a simple answer. Charge us more. There are many other industries in which people have specific or special needs and pay a premium to have those needs satisfied. Take, for example, the garment or apparel industry. If you are exceptionally tall or exceptionally big or have huge feet, you can get clothes that fit you perfectly. However, you generally have to pay more for them, and that is fine. The firearms industry should take a cue from the apparel industry and just charge us more. Personally, I'd be willing to pay a huge premium for a firearm that suits me perfectly. The firearms industry would be well advised to better meet the needs of those of us who are left-handed. Now, why? First of all, we Southpaws are somewhere around 10% of the population, and that's a pretty big slice of the pie. Also, those of us who are younger Southpaws are less tolerant of the all right-handed world. They grew up where left-handed people were accommodated to a small degree, and they're going to demand more from industry for weapons that suit them. Another good reason is economics of specifically left-handed people. This is not very well known, but on average, left-handed people have higher disposable income than right-handed people. So we can spend more money on guns. In addition, another little known fact outside of the southpaw world is that we have the left-handed curse. And that is, on average, left-handed people live 9 fewer years than our right-handed counterparts. So that means we're not going to be around as long, and we have more money. So let's enjoy the time we have here and piss a little bit more of our money away on guns. So let's take a look at how the firearms industry is serving the left-handed community. First, I'd like to recognize those manufacturers who for many years have been doing a lot for us Southpaws. First and foremost, there is Stag Arms. They are the prolific AR-15 builder out of New Britain, Connecticut, run by a fellow Southpaw and all-around good guy, Mark Malkowski. Now, Stag makes right-handed weapons, and for each and every right-handed weapon they produce, they make a counterpart that is strictly left-handed. So kudos to Stag. And as an added bonus, Stag does not charge one dime more for its left-handed guns. Other notable manufacturers, Kel-Tec. Kel-Tec makes truly ambidextrous firearms, notably the RFB and the RDB. I believe those bullpups are truly ambidextrous. Also, Charter Arms. Charter Arms makes a couple of models of left-handed revolvers where the cylinders swing out to the right side of the weapon. And I hope that those manufacturers keep up the good work and expand their left-handed offerings. Since I made that initial video on left-handed shooters and left-handed guns, we have a few manufacturers who've come out with some models that are either left-handed or ambidextrous. Take, for example, IWI. New on the American scene, their bullpup, the Tavor, that can be had in both left and right eject models. Beretta came out with their ARX 160, and I believe that's a convertible. All the controls are ambidextrous, and one can switch the side the rifle ejects on the fly. Another little-known manufacturer is Cabot Firearms out of Pennsylvania. Cabot is making a truly left-handed 1911, left side eject and all that business. And that is on my list. Not an inexpensive gun, but again, I'm willing to pay a premium. In sum, over the last couple of years, industry has made a little bit of progress in accommodating us Southpaws, but they have a lot of work to do. So if you're watching this and you work for a firearms manufacturer, please send us more Lefty or true ambi guns. I think I speak for many of us in that we'd be very happy to pay for them. If you are a lefty shooter like I am, please speak up. Tell industry that you want more choices that are either dedicated left-handed guns, or true ambi guns. So that's all I have to say on the subject for the moment. Thanks for watching. And again, my apologies, but I will not be able to respond to your comments to this or any other video in a timely fashion because I will be out in the field for the next couple of months. But feel free to keep the conversation going among yourselves. Again, thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions, enlightening comments, and differing opinions are always welcome. Shoot safely, everybody.